Okay, we'll go on to verse 2. Verse 2 says, bear one another's burdens. In this way you will be fulfilling the Torah's true meaning, which the Messiah upholds. So what does it mean to bear one another's burdens? Paul has written about this too in Galatians 5. We're to show the gifts of the Spirit. So this was in Galatians 5, verse 22. The fruits of the Spirit are love, joy, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, humility, self-control. When you see others with burdens, you can help them by showing them these things. Love and kindness and patience and control. That's what we are called to do. I think it's very important to consider the possibility of this burden, though. So some burdens that we see, he's not saying carry these burdens on our own. Paul's not saying that. He's saying help others carry the burden if we can. And sometimes that's a personal thing that we can do. We may encounter others whose burdens we can very easily, because the Lord has blessed us already, with His power to lift them up and help them carry the burden. And we see that all the time today. That's the easy things, maybe not easy things, but some simple things maybe, that I think many of us can relate to. Is, if you see someone who is hungry, you can feed them. Sure, most people have, I should not say most people, but those who have more than enough food can in fact give a little extra food to feed someone who is not. That's true, and that's an easy burden. And if someone needs shelter, shelter them if you can. And maybe if they ask for money, Jesus says, give when people ask. If they ask, if they ask you to go a mile, go more than a mile with them. But so those sorts of things, I think we kind of, at least I have a feeling, look, I'm not saying I do that all the time. I know I don't, but I kind of know what do I do, right? But then there's these other kinds of burdens that are heavier. What if you can't carry the burden by yourself, right? If you can feed someone, feed them. But what if this is not feeding someone? What if this is someone who's terminally ill? How do you carry that burden? You cannot give them an Advil. If they have a headache, you give them an Advil. You help them, right? If they're hungry, you feed them. But if someone has something you cannot do, the Lord is not giving you the power to heal them, right? But He may heal them. You may call on Him. And I think that's what we're to do as followers of Yeshua. I think in those moments with these heavy burdens from one another, that's an opportunity for call on the Lord to give Him a platform to reveal Himself again through ourselves as followers to those who are new to our followers, but also especially people who are not followers, to pray for them. Let him have the glory. Yes,
I do. Very